recording. There we go.
Wait, what side do you go as NG?
You can just go bats if you want. Put a mini up there. Don't
Yeah.
hold out fist. So it's heavy. Don't. If you hold your fist of steel out when you're going out, it makes it hard with the med buff. You should also go through this door through here. Yeah, there we go.
Hey
We got it. You missed the arrow on the demo. Make sure you and your demo are communicating about where you want your demo to go. Usually it's best if your demo like hugs the left. They would be left from the perspective you're rolling out, so they stand like right on the top left corner of this demo UI. Stand like right there. That way you know where they're going to be and you can arrow them, and then everyone else stays right, so you can actually get that arrow.
Oh, our Pyro is a sub. Our Scout also is sub. Our
Unfortunate.
Pudis was a tryout. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Unfortunate.
It was
Everything else is the same.
very
Yeah, so
unfortunate.
your demo's pretty slow here, which is your entire team is just a little slow, so it looks like you're probably going to get locked out of the shutter. If you can focus their demo down quickly, you might be able to take it back, but their demo lives. You took a bunch of damage rolling out your med dice. The moment your med dies like that, you want to just immediately die for their med. And that just happens. Sometimes you get body shot.
I watched this one, I forget.
Some players died for the med. You had the right idea. It's just the moment your med dies, everybody dies for their med, basically.
Yeah.
Assuming that it happens that early. If it happens late and you already won the mid fight, you can just kind of live. So right now you want to be looking to come up on bats. The big thing on Asheville is you want to avoid standing on bats doing nothing for a long time. So you're going to want to come up bats, and then the moment you have players here, you're going to run a sack or take a dry fight. Let's see what you guys do, though. So you're here, basically, you make sure your players get buffs, and then you want to take that dry fight and go for a sec. Also, as med, avoid standing on these stairs, you want to stand here. Standing on the stairs, it's really easy for someone to come through shutter and just two-shot you. So you want to stand up here. So we are sitting on bats and doing nothing. Very good. So yeah, then
What's a good spot for dispenser and bats?
doesn't really matter. Just like throw it somewhere over here and it's fine. Just like anywhere on this red area is probably fine. So where it is, that's perfectly fine. Doesn't matter. Might eat a couple of splash pipes, but don't really do anything. So you guys just kind of sat on bats until you had Uber. You want to avoid doing that as much as possible. Instead, even just run a sack. So you leave your heavy with your med. They can build at maximum rate with Fist of Steel. They stand. Let me move real fast. They stand like right on the back of this red thing, ready to leave if they need to. And then literally everybody else dies for the other team's med. So your spy will call where the med is. Ideally, your spy is the one giving the countdown on the sack. 3, 2, 1, go. Med is on point. 3, 2, 1, go. Everybody jumps or walks in for that med, wherever it's called. Everybody except your med and your heavy does that, and there's a pretty good chance you get something. Ideally, you get a force, or you can drop the med, or even just like picks on a sniper or something because your fast response is good. The important thing is you keep your med alive, which should be relatively easy because your med is just playing really far back on the other side of this wall, back on the back of that crate. And if like the moment you lose 3 players from the sack, you basically just leave. The reason you don't leave all the way immediately is your sack might accidentally wipe the other team, and then you can just immediately recommit. But generally, your med's just going to leave once the sack actually goes. But just sitting on bats like that, notice they now have 2 minutes on the clock, and nothing has happened on your part. You just waited for Uber for a minute. Right, so it looks like you're taking an exchange. Yeah, I mean, this is fine. There's no sniper. You can use lane space in the points free. Your heavy is coming in a little early for an exchange. You have 3 players in this exchange. This is going to go potentially poorly. They use your heavy super low for the post. You're milking it a little bit. Your heavy does get that sandwich in. But your heavy is still a little low. Your demo is really low for this post. It turned out okay because you had a lot of space before the Uber, but generally avoid bringing heavies into Ubers. Now you're holding. Ubers are roughly even. You want to be holding on point if you can. So, soldier, you should be on this roof up here, or on bats over here, or like on this little sheet metal here. Watching their ramp, making sure they don't get like a stupid mini on the ramp, or more importantly, they don't get a sniper on the ramp. You don't necessarily have to like stuff their entire flank by yourself, but definitely at least have eyes there. Definitely at least shoot a couple rockets at them and call that they're trying to do something, so that a sniper can't just walk out here for free and shoot whoever's on the point. In terms of other
Gotcha.
players, you want players on roofs. So with the dispenser there, oops, that's not what I want to do. With the dispenser there as engineer, you jump on the dispenser, jump on roof. You can be on roof, shooting them on batch, shooting players in drop down behind roof, and just in general denying bombs in space from roof. Scout can do the same thing on this roof. And then it also really helps with bombs doing that. It really helps with pressure from bats and collapsing on drop down if you have those players on roof. In terms of other players, I think your heavy's getting ammo or something, but you do want to be forward up here as heavy, and then you want your demo up here locking off the shutter, and then as med you want to be playing forward with those players on point if at all possible. Standing like right along here as med, you're just gonna eat spam from the opposite bats, assuming the demo is actually spamming it. It's also really easy to die to bombs when you're against that wall. So they sack. If you are expecting sacks on Asheville, there's a couple of things you can do. The worst possible thing to do is be along this wall when you're expecting sacks. It's kind of just luck that you lived there. They beefed. But anyways, the things you can do, you can play top left corner of the demo UI, like right around here. What you're doing is you're playing to leave shutter. If you do that, players on point can walk backwards a little bit and you can beam them. The only thing you really have to watch out for is snipers and shutter, and your demo should be hard locking that off for you. Other things you can do, you can play in Toxic, like in this area. You just have to be able to surf. If you do that, they bomb you and you basically just surf it out. The other thing you can do is you can play back of ramp. You're really safe if you play back of ramp. It's similar to Sutter. If they bomb you, you just kind of leave. You need your heavy with you to help deny bombs. The problem with back of ramp is you're basically just giving up the point by doing that, so be careful if you do that. The way you would play that is, if they do push, you leave and then recommit shutter.
Yeah.
I don't know why your team is out, though. They lost, like, everybody in that sack, and you lost, like, 2 people. You should still be in. Your demo's in. Oh, there you go. Okay, you just backed up to the back ramp. Okay. Generally, recommitting off of ramp is really bad. Like, right now, recommitting off this ramp like this is going to be really bad for you. It's going to be a lot better if you just leave all the way, walk through lobby, walk around, and then use out of shutter while they're on the point. That's going to be a lot better for you. But because then you also have spawners with you. But they just feed their demo, they drop their demo, and their med. Their med dropped to your soldier, very nice. Alright. So you should be expecting sacks now because you're full ad. You don't have space on point to really play anywhere. So once they have players up, unless you manage to retake space on point, nope, I play backup ramp for sure now. Put your heavy right in front of you. You're playing just enough to keep eyes on point. Once they walk, you'd leave and refight shutter. And very, very sad. Yeah, should have been expecting those sacks because you just dropped their med. But oh well. It's relatively even. You're only slight disadvantage. You'll be able to come up on bats and take a dry fight. Don't feed players here if you can avoid it. No need to feed. They don't have Uber. Their sniper's dead. If you get your spawners up fast, you can walk up your sniper being dead. You just come up on a roof's demo. Sorry, Bats' demo. Spam off that mini on roof. Fight boxes and then start walking forward. Their sniper's dead, so the sightline is free. Yeah, okay. Nice. Start walking forward. As heavy, I would come opposite your demo. If your demo's on Bats, I'd come shutter. If your demo's shutter, I would come Bats as heavy. But it's fine. So unfortunately, your demo dies to spam. Trying to clear that. Sniper gets back up. This is the point where you'd want to be looking to take a sack because you should know they're about to have. So you'd want to be waiting for your spider to get in the position, buff your players, and then everybody that met in heavy sacks. You don't want to be sitting here until you have Uber. That's a waste of time. We are walking. Okay, going for a dry fight is also fine. The big thing is make sure your demo is clearing off roof before you drop down, because now you're probably going to get caught in drop down, and these players on roof are just going to shoot you, and you're going to die. Also, your demo is very alone because your heavy died early. Yeah, but we're lingering drop down pretty hard, and they walk on you. Phantom beefs. Yeah, you just kind of sat drop down, took a lot of damage, didn't have enough players to bust out a drop down. You do get a force from your spy, I think it was. Very nice. It's a nice mini. No one to follow it up, though. There we go, we walk forward because you flow down. Very good, very good. Expect feeders at this point. Okay, they're not feeding. You should be looking to stabilize here. Peeking Shutter is fine. If you can peek Shutter, make sure you have more players with you. Your heavy shouldn't be that far forward. The med died. You should be expecting sacks. You want to be playing with this many players down. You could be back of ramp. You could also be trying to play by Shutter. You do want to be expecting sacks, though. Don't be playing along that wall. You're dropping a lot of players. I would be playing back of ramp, playing to refight Shutter respawners, which you are doing. The big thing is when you're doing that, make sure you're ready to leave. Don't try to recommit off of ramp. Now you'd want to leave and refight Shutter. Recommitting off of ramp, you're just going to eat spam and die. Very bad. Your med can leave and refight Shutter. And you absolutely have time to leave and rotate before they cast if you're fast about it. Scout's going for the stall. Again, refighting off of ramp is not ideal. Unfortunate. Let's watch this mid fight again. Here's the rollout, I mean. Alright. So I just slowed it down. So let's see. You should get 260 on your demo as fast as possible. Very good. They get the first jump. They should get 260 again. They're going to get 260 again. Alright. Demo's going bats. Interesting. And generally, you want to roll out Shutter if you can. You want to roll out most of your team through main here to Shutter so that you can get as many buffs on people as possible. Where's your heavy going? Is your heavy AFK? That's unfortunate. That's going to kind of screw up your entire mid fight. So their demo is going to be faster than your demo. They're going to trap your Shutter. It's going to be difficult for you to walk through, so you're forced to commit bats. You're walking fast off of bats. Your demo is very alone. Your scout should definitely be in front of your demo here, so that your demo is not just getting focused. You got the early demo pick, so this is very winnable. You want your soldier to bomb as soon as they can, and then you walk forward off of the space made from your soldier. Your demo is just getting hard baited. Look at your entire team cowering on bats while your demo is trying to contest.
Our demo is doing what he loves to do.
No, your demo is doing the right thing. Walk with your demo here, for sure. You want your soldier to bomb to make space for your demo. You want your classes like engineer and scout in front of your demo if you can. Putting down a mini as engineer is fine too, but you put down a mini and then like walk in front of your demo. But like right now, you're just not. The rest of your team is just not defending the point at all. Right? Like there's just it's so free for the other team. They were being really passive on ramp there. If you had walked with your demo, it would have been very winnable, especially with that early demo pick you got. But now they just kind of get the point for free. Your heavy's walking alone. I wouldn't do that. You're not winning it at this point. Unless your spy kills all of them or something. And that's the problem with lingering drop down is you saw what happened to that heavy. They shoot you from the front, from roof, and from below. It's very sad. At this point, you're probably just going to wait for Uber to take the exchange because you're 98. Oh boy, your spy is underneath. Indeed he is. I don't know if you can hear the audio. That's what they were saying. Anyway, so you have Uber at this point. You want to be looking to take the exchange. They're down, they're heavy, they're down, they're scout. This is amazing. Shoot like one sticky or pipe at that mini and get rid of it. And then just start coming off of bats here. There's sniper. Where is their sniper? Spawner and Shutter. Yeah, you can come off that. Yeah, there's snipers like ramp. This is definitely the time to go bats. There we go. Heavy should not be in this. Do not bring heavy into Ubers. Offensive Ubers, at least. Especially in Asheville. It is very bad. It should be Demo Scout or Demo Pyro. And it looks like your Pyro is about to jump down and you're about to have a third player in the Uber. At maximum, you can have 2 players in an exchange. If you have 3, people are going to either get dropped or be very low for the post-fight, which is really bad. The reason you don't bring heavies into exchanges like this is heavy is too slow. So they walk in, wasting half the Uber, and then walk out, wasting the other half, basically. And if they take a bunch of damage walking in, then they're really low for the post-fight. Oof. Misclick. I'll fast forward that. Says Asheville on the and heavies with a buff and post-fight just kind of pound. The other team is forced to focus them, or else they just get shredded by the heavy. So having that healthy heavy so that they're really hard to focus is very important for post-fights, and having them in the Uber forces them to take a bunch of damage usually, and then they're not healthy. The other thing heavies can do during the Uber is they're looking behind for flankers or for spies or whatnot, so that A, they live and don't get stabbed by the spy, so they're alive for the post-fight, and B, so that nobody else dies to the spy. I don't know what timestamp it was, so I can't actually fast forward to a timestamp. Shouldn't be too bad, though. I'm lying, it may be bad. Let's see. Let's try 27. 25. There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now is this where you're about to take the exchange? Alright, there we go, sorry about that. Alright, again, heavy and Ubers are bad, you're bringing your pyro into, your demo's then forced to be really low for the post. You also kind of have your soldier in this. So then in the post, notice how your med's trying to kill your demo because they're really low, your pyro's caught in super deep, your heavy's in a really bad spot, they're too far to do any damage and just kind of way out in the open. The rest of your players are lingering drop down. Pretty bad. The other team is leaving. They could easily recontest from Shutter, though. Gauge Hughes. Not to. Okay. So at this point, you're looking to play on point. You bring your med forwards so they're not eating spam. Get your players healthy so that you can deny the space. Make sure your demo is blocking out that Shutter so they can't peek it for free. They're just walking Shutter completely uncontested. That's unfortunate. At this point, you basically lost it. If you try to hold this, you're gonna get totally spammed off of ramp. Nope, the other team just gives it up after they basically won it. Okay. Again, though, now that you have the space, you want to be looking to get forward. You could be expecting sacks potentially if you know you have that slight ad, but you exchange, so you may not know that you have that slight ad. And again, that's why you want players on roof there, like having an engineer or a scout on the roof. Both of your engineer and scout were dead, though, at that point, but that can help you from getting bombed like that.
Yeah.
Your med died, but you should be looking at this point. You should stay in. You basically are dying for point to make them use. And once they use, your goal is to leave and refight Shutter, but that probably won't happen. So your goal is really just make them use. You gotta take on their sniper. You're trying to bully their demo to make them use. But there's not like a big coordinated commitment from your team to get that force, which is unfortunate. But oh well. Coming up on bats. Once you come up on bats, you should be looking to run a sack wave. Literally everybody except your heavy and med would be wanting to walk in.
Oh my god, gracious.
Get that force. So you're coming up, you get the boss out. Med shouldn't be there, that's really just begging for a demo to kill you, because you want to be standing up here. Rest of your players are rolling out, you should be looking to get your spy in position. Once your spy's in position, you want to go.
I was deafened.
Where is your spy? Is flowing in, where's flowing in? They're right there. So your spy will be in position soon. Definitely should be looking to go for a sack in about 5 seconds-ish. Get your buffs out. I was waiting for Uber, very unfortunate. Basically a minute off the clock from doing that. But okay, we're clearing roof again. Heavies in exchange, not ideal. And again, you want to clear that many before the exchange. 3 people in the super, the other team's just playing super passive on ramp, so they're just giving it to you for free. So it's the same thing I'm saying with you guys, is you want to be playing aggressive on point to deny the space of Shutter, deny bats. What they're doing is they're doing something similar to you, where they're playing really passive on ramp. And notice how you just walk off of bats, walk across point, and straight into them for free, and you get to use Uber super late. I mean, if they're going to let you do that. But make sure you're not letting other teams do that to you. Because it's making the questionable exchanges go completely in your favor. From how passive they're being. And again, play on point. Don't do what they're doing where you're just sitting on ramp. Play forward, deny space. Get your players on roof if you can. Get your engineer on roof. Get your scout on roof here. Because right now it's just like free bombs for the other team. Okay, we're playing forward. Very nice. Maybe a little too forward, but it's still better than playing passive on ramp. Get your med forward with these players. Ubers are even. You shouldn't be hard expecting sacks, but you do want some roof presence to stop that. Scout on roof is nice. Again, keep the space on point. Do not huddle up on ramp. Look at how free all of this space is to their team. They walk through Shutter. It's completely free. And then it looks like you get stabbed or what? Nope, you grouped up on ramp and the demo spammed your med to death. Very sad. Yep. So yeah, just avoid playing on ramp like that. It makes it really easy for them to walk through Shutter, walk off bats, and just hard spam your ramp. You should come up on bats. You know your full dispatch. You should be looking to run a sack. Your spy is already up. Your spy should be living for the sack, calling where their med is, getting ready to go in. Because usually the spy is the slowest part if they're spawning, so if this is good, you can run a fast stack very fast, get buffs out on especially your demo and soldier, and then everybody but your medic and heavy is in the stack. So like you should be looking to go in a couple of seconds here because your spy's in position. Spy goes alone, gets absolutely denied. Actually, they do get the sniper, but you're looking for a med force here. The sniper will spawn soon. Don't just sit. You actually have enough picks that you could try to go for a dry fight for the force, especially with how passive they're being. You can just walk off bats or through shutter, try to take space on point, have your med bait through shutter if they use, and then just look for that force. But just do something. Okay, we're going for a dry fight, that's fine. Just make sure your med is playing baity, make sure you're getting forward and not lingering drop down. Okay, it's fine, you've lost your demo, that's fine, keep walking forward, they're being really passive. Heavy's lagging out, it looks like, very sad. Get out of drop down, get out of drop down. Terrible, terrible, terrible. The other team is literally throwing. And there we go, waited and dropped down too long. Get, I think it was the engineer that got you. It's honest, you just don't fear the sniper and stand here. Trust your players to spam out that sniper for you and get out of drop down. Because here, you have no good ways to leave. It's really easy to get chased under bats. You can't cross. It's so much better to just be here and able to leave through shutter as medic. Very unfortunate. Yeah, the big thing that's losing these for you is losing mid fights, and then because the mid fight gives you about a minute is how long it usually takes the other team to take back the point. So that's the difference here is the mid fight, and then also sitting on bats a lot, waiting for Ubers is also hurting your time. Let's watch this roll out again. Demo should get 260. Demo jumps. Okay, very nice. So I would put the sticky like back here, so you're top left the demo UI like back here, so that you're jumping immediately as you come through the shutter rather than walking forward a bit. It makes you significantly faster. And then again, you want to be sticking to the left, like there for that arrow. And again, as heavy, do not pull out Fist of Steel while you're rolling out. It makes it really hard for your med to buff you. So your demo should get an arrow about now. It's a little late, but oh well. And then your med should be looking to buff your soldier and your heavy, who shouldn't have Fist of Steel out, and then your sniper if they can. Most poverty arrow of all time. But it happens, it happens. Your demo is dead, your med's alive. You should be looking to get forward still. Their demo's dead, it's even. Your med's leaving for a pack. Oh, your med dies, you should be looking to die for their med. So your soldier is alive somewhere, I think. They're a little low, but you should just bomb, it doesn't matter. If they air shot you, you die either way. And if you land on 40 without getting the med, you're dead either way. Unfortunate because you sacked alone, but really your entire team should have sacked with you. And a bit sooner. Unfortunate, you fold this out. You should be looking to come up and run a sack if you can. Go a dry fight to force, that works too. Just something. Anything is better than waiting on bats. So over here, where's your spy? Your spy is... he gets the demo, but you're not... it's alright. Would have been better if it was a coordinated thing with the rest of your team if you went for something as your team pushed or as your team sacked, but oh well. They're about to have. Definitely should be looking to take a dry fight or a sack. They're down enough important classes. You could take the dry fight here. First, again, make sure you're looking to have your med leave. Don't get caught drop down. Walking forward, very good, very good. Spamming them out. They're basically leaving. They should leave. Otherwise, they're going to risk feeding fight. You should immediately start trapping Shutter. Expect the refight through Shutter. Even though this other team isn't doing that, you should still expect it. Because other teams might. And then you have enough. You can be playing forward. It'll take them a second to reset. You want to play forward, deny the space. Don't cluster on ramp because they're just going to walk for free and spam you all out on ramp again. They're sacking for no reason. Okay. Don't counter sack into them on bats. There's no need to. It's even. They're looking to. I see a heavy Shutter. They should be looking to take this exchange. Make sure your players are living. Make sure you're being forward so they're not walking for free. Look at how free Shutter is for them. Your demo's trying to deny it. He's so alone. He gets destroyed. They're walking off of bats into Shutter completely for free. No denial. At this point, you should be leaving and refighting Shutter with your Uber. Don't refight off of ramp. It will be terrible. I promise you. You're already down. Your sniper and your demo. So you're trying to refight off of ramp and notice how hard you're getting stuff. It's terrible. And you're wasting half the Uber walking in on the heavy. They use. They drop their heavy. They're dumb. They should still win this though. If they lose this, I will be very sad. They do win it. Yeah. Again, you're looking to refight off of ramp. This is rather poor. It's just it's so easy for a demo to just stand here and completely spam you out when you're trying to refight ramp, and it's really easy to get bombed. You should be looking to refight off of bats or Shutter. It's even. You can go for a dry fight here. Very unfortunate. At that point, you want to go for a sack then. Just immediately counter sack for their med. Don't sit here and wait for spawners or anything. You have all the sacking classes basically, so everyone just dies from their med immediately. I can't tell if you demo sacked or if you just got killed by a slide, but most of you players are just sitting here, make sure you get that sack immediately when your med dies like that. And then careful of feeding more players. I see your sniper just died. Though if you did coordinate that with your spikes, if you spy down, I mean that's okay. So you do get the sniper. The sidearms are basically free. You can go for a dry fight to force off the sniper being dead, or you can gonna sack. I would gonna sack, but heavy is fighting their heavy alone. If you're gonna fight boxes from Shutter as heavy, you need a demo helping you from bats. At this point, the sniper's up. Just too late to take a dry fight off their sniper being dead. I would just run a sack. Don't sit here and wait for Uber. It's gonna be another 20-30 seconds off the clock. Just run a sack, force their med. Looks like we're kind of taking a dry fight. That is okay. It's better than sitting around. They use. Your med might get caught drop down. If they use, you should have that call immediately. You should be leaving. Do not linger drop down. You are not winning that. the moment they use, you should be looking to leave. Nice surf, though. You probably live. Still very sketchy to a linger drop down so long. You lose your sniper, unfortunate. You get a bunch of picks, though, off of your flank, it looks like. Time to just walk in. You have full ad. You shouldn't need to use, but you get dropped. Very unfortunate. That's another reason why you don't linger drop down. There's nowhere for you to go when they bomb you, and that may lose you the game. That unfortunate bomb. Yeah, not quite yet, but almost. It's definitely going to make it more difficult. Careful of feeding players if you're already down. You need to hold the point. You want to be collapsing on them drop down immediately. Like, you want players shooting them in drop down. It's so free. Like, a demo spam this while players on roof shoot them, they all die. Whereas it's so free for them and they walk forward uncontested. Where is he? Demo's trying to fight away, but he has no actual support to do it. And somehow they all die? Okay. But I mean, yeah, you got him a drop down. Very nice. Now you have no, you do mid lived. You don't have ad. You should still be looking to play forward into nice space. Careful of feeding players in overtime, but you do need to be pretty aggressive. So these players are mostly fine. One thing you could also do is put your sniper on boxes to try to get spawners as they walk up these stairs back here. That is something you're trying to do. Do not sit on the back of ramp. Like, when I say the back of ramp, if you want to sit there for sacks, you have to sit like up here. This is just really easy to get killed by sacks and spam where you're standing. Play forward with players on point. They sack. We die. Very sad. And then they're going to walk through uncontested, yeah. And they drop everyone during the Uber. Nice. I think your heavy killed a bunch in Shutter. What's your heavy's name? Not just wrong thing. Console.
Our heavy is Neil, I believe.
No, it's.
And this man.
It's Sicily.
No, it
No, I
wasn't.
wasn't playing.
I
Yeah,
thought you
it's
were heavy.
Someone killed a bunch of people. I don't know. But very nice, very nice. You got the
Oh,
med.
it's CT, yeah.
And you should be resetting here, trying to play aggro point. Do not be bats. It is overtime. You cannot deny the point from bats. You want to get back on point as soon as you possibly can. Save your heavy if at all possible. Very good. Play forward. Play on point. Get your players healthy. Do not cluster ramp. You're going to get bombed, or they're going to watch Shutter or bats for free or something. Play forward and deny space. Do not do this. It is terrible. Please, I beg. Abysmal. Your heavy's forward. No, please stand ramp and die to a sack. Very sad. Yep, so again, the place to play for sacks. Play your med back here. Play them on the back of ramp, like under this roof back there. Play in Toxic. Just literally anywhere except this wall is better. Somehow they all die again. I don't... Good job killing the Fusers without your med, but they really should be winning those. Alright, let's watch this rollout again. Hopefully your heavy isn't AFK. See, demo doesn't get the first jump, very unfortunate. Again, place that sticky a little earlier if you can. Stay left for the arrow. No arrow, very sad, very slow. Your demo does lock you out, you take a bunch of damage coming through. Your heavy didn't have a buff beforehand, that's unfortunate. You decide that you're not committing to that, okay, that's fine. Heavy's gonna die, very sad. At this point, you basically lost it. You don't have enough sacking classes to sack, really, so I would just start living, wait for your players, and then sack. Don't cede more players to losing fight. Sorry, one second. Yeah, so just group up on bats here. Get ready for a sack. You know what, dry fight, whatever. Actually, it's pretty even. Good to go. It's probably just a dry fight then. Didn't realize your med lived. So snipers are dead. That'd be a good time to go for a dry fight. Also, as demo, if you're struggling to get through here because of the spam, you can fight it wide. This is actually a way better angle for spamming roof and boxes. Taking it wide like that, you're about to have. You start walking forward now, start clearing roof. You want to take your demo pyro or demo scout in. Also, they avoid the traps there if you go wide as demo. You want to be looking to walk in. You have. Don't be waiting around. Somebody please do Lord check these traps. Your heavy sees it. Okay. Again, heavy and Uber is bad, except the other team is being stupidly passive and giving this to you for free. So again, both teams are kind of doing the same thing where they just sit on ramp and die. So you're going to do the same thing to them. You walk in for free. You're going to turn the corner into them. Oh no, they do kind of come out and use early. And notice how much worse the Uber is for you when they do that. Just that little bit of extra aggression, the Uber is that much worse for you. Imagine how much better it would be if they were just on the point in the first place. Yep, and again, I would advise not bringing heavy into Ubers. It's just, they spend so much time walking in and out. Yeah, I don't know if you saw it, the heavy there wasted most of his Uber walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's terrible. Bring a pyro, bring a scout. Bring an engineer. Literally bring anything but a heavy, please. At least on
Heavy's
Asheville.
just so slow, it's not worth it.
There's some points, like on Vigil, where you can bring a heavy into Ubers, but on Asheville, no. Like, any cop map, definitely not heavy.
Heavy is like supposed to be like the guy who just dishes out damage and like builds a spy after
Yeah.
Ubers, post Uber.
Yes. Well, no, during the Ubers, genuinely when he's killing the spy. But
Oh
yes.
yeah.
But yes,
Yeah.
that's the right idea. The med is dead, it's free, just walk forward. You have no demo, they have no pyro, and med is winnable. You need like 2 players to shoot the mini, and then you can walk forward. Or you... they're 3 down. Your heavy's kind of walking, don't bait your heavy, get forward.
Still on our medic though.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
If you're... I don't know. Should have had a few more players on bats with that, but oh well. At this point, you're just feeding players, constantly staggering yourself. I just group up on bats, stop feeding your players, make sure everyone's living. Once you have all your players on bats, neither team is going to have, and just take a dry fight. Unfortunate, we're still kind of bleeding players, trying to fight a fight that we're not going to win. Just live, stop taking fights, stop dying, get all your players together, get buffs out, and then take your dry fight. Not liking this, we're lingering drop down super hard. If the other team had, like, any comms whatsoever, they'd say, hey, they're drop down, the players on roof are already shooting you, they'd walk around and just shoot you from the front as well. That is not happening, that should be happening in terms of what the other team's doing. You're allowed to walk in the drop down, you're not punished for it that hard. Please stop kiting into drop down, get out of drop down, and walk forward. You're just begging to get collapsed on. Please. Like, it's just, they can jump over you into bats, there's low ground from bats, there's low ground from roof. You're just in a choke. It's not good. And there's nowhere really you can leave. Not good.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't get aggressive, they sit on ramp and they die. You get bombed. You do deny the bomb fast enough that your med lives, very nice. Huge slight disad, but it's fine. You can play aggressive, make them use early, play to leave, and refight Shutter. You should be holding, though. Your team is just disappearing. There we go. Go back. Probably, I think you were rotating to avoid the sniper sightline, but sniper is nowhere to be found. I think they were a spawner, so it doesn't matter. Again, play forward. Please do not sit on ramp. You're just giving up so much space. It's going to be terrible. You have now, so there's... And the sniper's dead. Just play in the open. Like, deny all of the space. Get off of ramp and just shad on the point. Use early, keep the space. Do not drop your players. Just use immediately. Save your players. Yeah, okay, would have been better to use earlier, but that's fine. Heavy flash and this is fine, because they're denying space. The thing with Koth is it's all about space. You want to play forward, deny that space. When they use, you want to use early to keep your space, and just don't let them in the chokes, shoot the chokes. Keep control of that space. Both teams are kind of doing the opposite, and just hiding on ramp and giving up so much space for free. It's very, very sad, I think. But... Okay, your med's fearing because they're a little low. The other team's dropping players though. This is we just play forward. They're trying to fight off ramp. Ideally, you have comms on this, so you should know, and you should just be spamming ramp. Again, they're just, yeah, it's the same thing as if they're trying to hold from ramp. They're just sitting passive on ramp. It's really easy to get forward and spam them. Fortunately, your med dies. So I think it was a spy. Yeah, very sad. So their med died too, though. So you're only slight disad. I would just be denying the chokes here, playing to avoid spam as much as you can, but make sure you're playing forward enough to deny those chokes, because that's your best place to stop them from getting in. If it turns into a team fight, you lose these without a med. I'd also love to see your engineer on your roof.
Competitive? I'm sorry.
Let's see. Your med should be
Yeah,
going
Wasn't that
now.
to Valve comp?
Yeah.
So your
Wait,
med's up,
what?
play forward, deny the point here. Very nice, you're playing forward, very nice. Look at them eating that spam and shutter. Beautiful. Your heavy dies to spy, that's unfortunate. No, well. Your med dies to spy too. Very unfortunate, very unfortunate. One thing that you can look out to help with these spies, both your spy and your med can be calling spy time. So when their spy spawns, you wait a couple of seconds. It's spy time. What that means is spy could be in a position to
I
go for
do
stab.
call spy time,
Yes,
by the
yeah,
way.
very the other thing you can be doing is you can be looking for spy crossing to try to catch the spy as they cross. And if your spy time calls are being ignored, make sure you're being loud enough that you can be heard. And for the rest of the team, make sure you're paying
Okay.
attention to those. Like if you hear
Well, I'll
spy
give-
time, know what
Let
it
me tell
means.
fighters this. On this map, it's like 11 seconds for spy time, and it's like 8 seconds for spy crossing.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Assuming they don't have a telly, they might have a telly though.
Yeah, if you have
Um,
telly, then assume 5 seconds, but I will be
yeah.
sapping the telly.
So, and just make sure you're paying attention to those spy time calls. When you hear those, make sure you're looking for behind yourself as med. Generally, as med, you don't
Yeah.
need to be looking forward most of the time. You can be looking backwards for that spy, and it's fine. Your med should be up now. Get your players healthy. Be playing forward on point. You are dised. That is fine. Play forward. Play to make them use early in the chokes, and then your pyro dies to stuff it as you leave and refight Shutter. You are bleeding a lot of players, though. That is unfortunate. So they're coming. They should be using the U's. You should be looking to lead back a ramp. Unfortunate. Soldier gonna get denied on the roof. Really, if that soldier had been denied, you would have been able to leave successfully. But that's GG. Double ball on point is nice, but sadly it wasn't enough. Unless the pyro class. The pyro class? No, no pyro class. Okay.
Hyper class, nope.
Oh, you have 8 seconds, maybe. The spy class? The spy class?
No, there's a mini that killed me.
Ah, so sad. It was almost
If
clutch.
there wasn't a mini, I would have definitely clutched that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sad.
Again, it's just you were doing a little better towards the end about clustering on ramp, but in general, on Asheville, avoid clustering ramp as much as possible and play to get forward. But before I move on to Vigil, any questions?
No.
Okay, very nice.
It's just did you remove Purek?
Me?
What?
I just did.
We found a competitive match.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bait.
No, I mean you
Are you
can
guys
render
playing
something
Valve,
up.
huh?
You can win that
Yeah.
in 10 minutes, and depending on
Yeah.
We
what
can, absolutely. Like, these people do not seem very good.
they never are.
These people are bummers. That's why you're gonna
Okay,
win.
this is Vigil. Okay, let's speedrun Vigil here. We have 10 minutes.
No.
I'm probably only going to be able to look at offense or defense. Do you have a
What?
preference for which one?
Vid's hero baited, so
Defense.
Literally said, "Oh, you can't do it through ad hosting or whatever the fuck it's called."
Do you have a
Okay,
preference between
I'm pretty
offense
sure
or defense
both are
for Vigil?
very short. I'm pretty sure we can watch offense because our offense kind of slow.
Okay. You
And also,
are offense to start?
Well,
Yes.
isn't defense what we needed help on for this map?
No, we needed help on the offense because we took so long. Our defense would have been so bad if it took us so long. If it
Right.
didn't take us so long.
So number one mistake you're gonna see on offense is you don't place crit stickies on the door. If there's no crit stickies here, how are you going to kill their entire team? Think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta place those crit stickies.
Like he is bait. Like wait, who's baiter?
But really, you should be looking to stack the flank here. Basically, you put engineer, sniper, pyro on cart, and everyone else goes flank. And the classes on cart are a little flexible. You basically just need 3x on cart, and everyone else goes flank. That's generally the way I would play it. Make sure you check for crit stickies here, by the way. So like your heavy or something walks out first. Heavy or spy or scout walks out first alone. Checks for these traps, clears them.
Didn't your team in like season 13 use a heavy?
My team? Yeah, Jay would do it. Yeah,
Yeah, J tag.
yeah, he would be
sounds
the
right.
shotgun heavy. It was very funny. So
Yeah,
your
I
demo's on
remember reading
flank.
for you guys.
I wouldn't bomb into them. Generally,
It
the goal on
works.
flank is to the goal of taking flank is to get your sniper into this sight line to force them to have no pressure on cart, and then your demo can stand you and spam them from here. If you want to run a sack like that, you can. You just need more players in it, and it's really hard to get space on flank, so you'd have to go over hill or something to do that. But you have good cart time, so it doesn't really matter. You got the sniper and demo dead, so it should be pretty free. Just keep 3x on cart.
No sentry.
And then always check the point for traps, because you can hide points, traps inside the little red dot at the point, so make sure you check for those. Your med?
No, they were.
Yeah, there's none there right now, I know, but just always check it. Get into the habit of checking it. Right now, you can be looking to run a sack. You can be looking to sack your soldier and your demo over the hill, just into them and try to force the med while you're waiting for cart time. You really want to go a little bit earlier, but just now is fine too if you're going to do it. It's becoming a little late to do it, but your spy's in position. Okay. I mean, sure. They're 4 down. Most of them will spawn by the time you have time to push, though. Careful, you're just kind of feeding players here. Your demo fed, your sniper was almost feeding there. Make sure you're just living here. That's as much cart time as you're going to get. Make sure that these players are living too. And that's their demo just... Okay. I mean, if they're going to let you do it, you can do it. Really, that should have been hard denied by the regime, but it wasn't, so very nice. You did manage to get away with it. At this point, you can just walk in and make sure there's someone else. Don't make this a solo demo Uber. Solo demo Ubers will be terrible. They have a banner, that's fine. Make sure your med lives. It's fine. You have big ad. You can totally just hold this. So what I would do with this ad, now that you've been forced out and now that your heavy is about to come, I would actually go side tunnel with demo heavy Uber. Only do this with ad, but it's good to do with ad. If you want to fight hill though, that's fine too. Demo scout over hill, that's perfectly fine. Make sure you call focuses. Really, you should be focusing the gun and the heavy. Don't trap your scout. Please don't trap your scout. Dear Lord, please beam your scout. There we go. Very nice, very nice. You basically won hail. Yep, that's fine. Demo, really, I would play more over here to trap Shutter off, but it's fine. They basically left. Very good. You played your ad well. So you have a couple of picks still, especially on the heavy and soldier. That means their flank is relatively free, so I would be trying to take my combo fast flank here and get set up like here. Get your sniper over here into the sightline, because they don't have their players to deny it. Kill the scout. He's 3. Please sneeze on him. Oh, very nice. Your heavy sneezes on him. Looks like you're trying to go main here on this ad. This is with no cart time. This is just feeding. I strongly dislike main pushes here. The only reason you should do a main push is if the cart is already up the hill, or you have like huge ad or something. And even then, still kind of iffy. You did get the demo though. That makes the main push relatively free. They have... You have no one on the flank that I can see, so it's going to be hard for you, though. Both teams have. They don't have a demo. You lost your sniper. This would be the ideal time for an exchange if you want to take it. Demo heavy through main is fine. It's not great. It's fine. Do not just stand here and be super low, though. That's not ideal. Okay, you're in. This is fine. Call focuses. You got the gun. Good to use. Your pyros... You have 3 people on that dude, but you have your demo heavy pyro, so someone's going to get dropped and be low in the post. And then, your post fight's a little slow. You don't have a lot of space for the post fight. Really, heavy pyro is the best way to do that, so that you can keep the space and have the heavy on the corner. But they just kind of all feed into you in the post. Okay. I would be looking to get my entire combo forward right now. Bring your entire combo forward. Just through tracks right into them before they have a chance to spawn and set up. Right now we're just kind of stacking carry a little bit. Okay, we are getting forwards. Your heavy's going. Heavy's very alone for now. Okay, we're a little slow. They're gonna get set up mostly because of that, because we're a little slow. That's fine. Just try to be as fast with that as you can, and you can deny a lot of space, get some picks. Okay, oh, that's big. Demo's being big. Let's walk forward. Demo, you can still walk forward. They're down to med and demo. You can pressure off of that. Like, they have no heals. Like, walk forward. Get rid of this 4x on cart. Okay, we're going flank. That's fine. You have ad. That's fine. Flying our ad. We're going big door.
Should we drop this?
That's tragic. Okay, so right now, their med is dead, their demo is dead, their sniper is dead. I assume their gun is like level 1, maybe level 2. Like, just walk into big door and shoot the gun, and you basically win. Yes, walk in right now. What is it? Level 1, walk in, shoot this gun. It's so free. It's the most free Vigil last you have ever seen. Walk in, shoot the gun right now. Yes, your sniper's killing it. Your sniper, yes, walking in, please. Oh, we're going flank? Okay, so flank pushers are fine, but when their sniper is a spawner and their gun is dead, Big Door is literally the most free it could possibly be. You just walk straight through Big Door into them with a demo pyro or something. Okay, we're using anything like this, we get stuffed by a pyro. Very unfortunate. If you're going to play flank, generally what you're doing is you're playing spam from up here. When your demo stands back here, just kind of spams them while crosses go wide. And you just draw eyes away from the cart. Jumping straight into them is kind of meh. Big Door would be better at that point, I feel. They have add, it's fine. You can be looking to go for a cart sack. Bit of a waste of a banner on their part, honestly. Because you're not here, you just died in the bush. But whatever. I would be looking to do two things. You can take a dry fight to Big Door, you stack this roof with your combo, you buff your sniper. As your sniper peeks, you drop your combo, except your med, here, and shoot the gun as your sniper peeks. So you're peeking with your sniper, and then once the gun is dead, you can just kind of flood in. Or you can just run a sack through main, group of your players all push the cart through main, like heavy soldier maybe comes through here, or flank comes from flank, or whatever. Basically, just have most of your players on cart, some other players coming from some other directions, while you all focus the gun. That's fine too. Just doing something. We're just kind of sitting here waiting for Uber. Waste a significant amount of time. Also, for the love of God, give me a sandwich. There we go. Yeah, again, just kind of sitting here waiting for Uber. They banner into you. You might get out of here. Also careful, this is a sightline. Just so you know, right here. So careful crossing that. You Lord. Okay. So you're fine this time because there's no one here. Keep in mind, they can just like randomly peek Red Room and shoot you. Bear that in mind. It's a good way to die standing there. As any combo class, you can just kind of get walked at and die in there. You have, once your demo is up, you should be looking to take a tragic. Yeah, I mean, that's just unfortunate.
That fuzzy. You just can't. You can't.
I can't what?
Can't ignore me like that. You just can't do that.
Well, I mean, actually, I can.
No.
So, you don't have Uber anymore, so again, you're just looking to take a sack into them. Group up in Big Door with your sniper, peek with your sniper. Actually, they're all dead. I hear the gun, I see the gun. Just, everyone shoot the gun, and that's the only thing really denying you is the gun at this point. So just, everyone shoot the gun, flood into Big Door. The gun's dying. They're losing the tanking war. If you have literally anyone else shooting the gun, it'll die. Oh, no, they have spawners now. It's a little slow, unfortunate. Okay, it's fine. Just group up. Run a sack either through Big Door or through main. Or really just run a sack from somewhere. We're just kind of sitting here again. It's very unfortunate. Yeah, it doesn't... Running a sack is better than running no sack, doesn't matter where it's from. But my two favorite are the slow one to Big Door, the fast one to main. Nope, we're just kind of sitting here. This is begging to get bombed, by the way. Scooping your entire combo up like that for extended periods of time. So we're just waiting still.
Jono's here.
Yes, sir.
I forgot you guys played together.
I was on his team last season. Yeah.
I recall.
So you want to be looking to take this relatively quickly. Do not, just go through Red Room, demo pyro through Red Room is fine. Go through Big Door, a bit slow, shoot the gun first a little bit, that's fine. Go through flank with it, that's fine. Just do something with it. Okay, we're going, tragic. Yeah, so spies like to go for things as you're pushing. That's generally why I like to have heavy, not an Uber looking backwards for spies. This particular corner, heavy is okay in Ubers, but then your pyro just needs to be taking that up, looking for spy during that push. Medic can also kind of look behind during pushes, just like a quick flick, makes you don't get stabbed. Though it is hard because you need to know when to use Uber. Anyway, again, just looking to take a sack, just do something. It's just more the same, we're just kind of sitting here waiting for Uber, right? Maybe your med dies again. Just kind of the same thing. Just kind of sitting here waiting for Uber. Let's see, let's follow the med.
Are you guys ringing me 8:30 and 9:30 or just 8:30?
It's 8:30.
Okay. Are you playing 9:30 or no?
We're not.
We do have a
You're
9:30.
using 3, you
Do?
have 3.
Yeah, we do.
What?
Are you ringing me both?
Yeah.
Okay, can you ring both?
Yeah. Yeah, that's just the difference between me taking an edible now or me taking an edible an hour from now.
So anyways, you're trying to bring three people. You're trying to bring 3 people
What's
into
that?
Super. You have your demo pyro scout.
I got
and
you,
a-
Jay.
Demo heavy scout and a demo heavy pyro.
Did you say
those are the two
Jay?
classes.
Is your name Jay?
Yeah, how do I know you?
Not bad. Or you, it's kinda
Solstice.
No,
I
I have to
know
know.
you from Vanish and